Welcome to the following presentation regarding games-based pedagogy suited for Ballina Coast High School. Ballina Coast High School is located within the Northern Rivers Shire in northern New South Wales. It is situated on the lands of the Nyangul people, the traditional custodians of Bundjalung country. Out of 813 students in 2024, 17% of the student population identified as having an Aboriginal and/or Torres Strait Islander background. Ballina Coast High School contains the Jalam Gangang Centre with the aim of providing academic and cultural support to engage Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander students in their learning at school. Ballina Coast High School is also home of a targeted sports program which focuses on sports such as surfing, rugby league, mountain biking, soccer, basketball and strength and conditioning, which offers resistance training programs that focus on injury prevention, strength, power development and fundamental gym movements for students in sports not offered through the program but they are competing at a representative level. For example, cricket, netball, AFL, or athletics at the New South Wales Combined High School representative level. Ballina Coast High School also contains flexible and dynamic environments that support student engagement, such as big picture learning, a space that is an innovative pathway putting student passions and strengths at the centre of their learning through personalised projects and real-world learning experiences. Due to the location of Ballina Coast High School, the school and community are prone to experience flooding, with the most recent floods occurring in March 2022. Due to this, it is important to understand the importance of community connections and economic challenges when selecting an appropriate games-based pedagogy, as some facilities are unavailable for use. The games-based pedagogy selected to best suit Ballina Coast High School is a game-sense approach. A game-sense approach has the potential to offer improvement to young people's experiences of sport, as it allows students to develop skills and understandings about the tactics that are involved in games. It encourages modifications that can accommodate for a range of diverse learners and strives on developing technique in students. Furthermore, a game-sense approach is used in the development of elite athletes, something that ties in heavily with the school's targeted sports program. The game-sense approach focuses on the following key concepts: game understanding, tactical awareness, decision-making, skill application, and performance reflection. The game I've chosen for Ballina Coast High School that will teach transferable skills across a range of sports is the Aboriginal game of Burragin. Burragin is an Aboriginal game that is similar to offside touch football, where the aim of the game is to cross a line at the other end of the field without being touched by the opposition. Players utilise the space around them and pass the ball continually, both forwards and backwards to each other, to try and avoid being touched by the opposition. There are no fixed positions within the game, meaning that players are able to roam around the field of play continuously. Burragin aligns with the domain of invasion games, as players are using spatial and tactical awareness to enter an opposition space in order to achieve a common goal. It is also a cultural game, as it is a traditional Aboriginal game originating from South Queensland. The use of Burragin aligns with the New South Wales PDHPE Stage 5 outcomes PDH4, as students will be improvising and utilising skills to participate effectively in the game, and also PDH511, as they will be improving and applying new or current skills to perform innovative movement sequences whilst participating in the game. Burragin contains skills that are easily adapted and transferred to a range of sports, including, but not limited to, netball, AFL, soccer, basketball and rugby league. These are sports that are involved in the school's targeted sports academy. The skill of maintaining possession is easily adapted and transferred across a range of sports, as students are trying to maintain possession and move up the field of play in order to score a point. Participants are also passing the ball to each other and developing tactics to avoid turning the ball over to the opposition. In attack, students are also trying to create space for their teammates in order to effectively maneuver the ball upfield and invade their opposition scoring area, a skill that is present within all of the targeted sports. Likewise, in defence, students are trying to deny their opposition space to move and defend their players. This is a skill that is common across all of the listed sports, as this will, when completed in an effective manner, limit the space the opposition has to move forward. Students are also focusing on transitional plays. That is, when there is a change of possession, students are quickly and efficiently focusing on transitioning from attack to defence or vice versa, and achieving their common goal of attacking or defending. This is a skill that is vital in all of the targeted sports, as possession regularly changes hands in a fast manner and participants need to adapt quickly and efficiently. Finally, participants are also trying to create scoring and defensive strategies that will work best for their team's dynamics, a tactic that is present across all of the listed sports as well. Within Burraging, the ball can also be adapted to suit the demographic of students, meaning that students are practicing handling a range of sports balls, which will have a positive benefit to transferring the skills of Burraging into their preferred sport of choice. As Ballina Coast High School, like all schools, has a diverse range of students, it is important to consider modifications to Burraging to promote an inclusive game for all. These modifications include modifying the game to suit the groups of gender diversity, Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples, and people with disability. It is important to note that there are many more groups that also may need modifications. To ensure people of all genders are participating effectively, each team will have an equal number of gender participants and, if one gender dominates the game too much, passing rules or scoring rules will be introduced to ensure equal participation by all. Furthermore, if there are transgender students present in the class, they will be given a voice as to what their gender role will be within the team. Unfortunately, there has been a current mass movement to exclude transgender athletes from participating in high school sport, but according to Wolf Root Study, a sporting case for inclusion in high school sport from the Journal of Ethics, letting transgender students have a voice on their participation methods is currently the most fair and best way of including transgender students within high school sport. To modify the game to best suit Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples, the school can consult with the local Aboriginal Education Consulting Group to try and source a traditional Burraging ball to be used, but also with permission from the Kabi Kabi people of South Queensland. This will give Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander students a deeper cultural and spiritual connection within the game. Likewise, when first playing the game, the origins of Burraging should be explained to the class to enhance deeper cultural understanding about the significance of the game and the impact it has. It is important to accommodate people of all abilities, including people with disability. Within Burraging, different rules and modifications can be employed to ensure people of similar ability are positioned in close proximity. A method of doing this includes separating the field of play into thirds or quarters, depending on the class size, and placing people of similar ability, or rotating students with high game awareness and inclusive attitudes in similar thirds. According to Farias' 2002 study, Gameplay Development According to the Context of Practice and Student Sex and Skill Level in the Journal of Physical Education and Sport, this has the potential to ensure people with disability and all differing skill abilities are receiving safe play and equal treatment during gameplay development. Likewise, modified rules such as alternative passing rules when tagged can be implemented to suit their physical capabilities. Two assessment methods will be used to assess the game of Burraging itself, as well as transferable skills and tactics. These assessment methods align with the outcomes PDH5.5 and PDH5.6. An informal form of assessment will be peer-based assessments completed as a reflection at the end of the assessment. This not only allows students to reflect on the efforts of others, but also initiates a deeper reflection on their participation and what they can do to improve. Peer assessment should focus on tactics and gameplay, not the execution of skills or transferable skills. Teachers can also take this feedback on, if completed in written form, to further improve gameplay dynamics and the effectiveness of the game. Teacher assessment can be completed both informally and formally. Informal teacher assessment would occur during the practical lesson, where direct feedback will be given to students based on their tactics and transferable skills. This feedback will be in small doses and be specific, aligning with the game's sense approach. This also allows the formal assessment to be completed at the conclusion of the practical unit, where teachers can see the growth and development of students as they have progressed. In conclusion, a game-sense approach would be the best pedagogical approach for Ballina Sports High School due to the factors such as their targeted sports academy. The use of cultural game, Burragin, would also help foster stronger community partnerships and bring a sense of connection to the school for Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander students, and provide a range of modifications and assessment methods which will assist in fostering lifelong participation in physical activity within the school community.